Today we are going to get into a book called The White Hat by Quiara Alegria Hudes. It's a short little novella. I saw it at the library, and on the cover it said Pulitzer Prize winner, and I thought it meant the book. It's not this book specifically, but the author herself is a Pulitzer Prize winner. So that enticed me to read it. I must say the writing is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful, it's gritty, it is in your face, it's emotional, it's raw, it's so many things. Like the descriptiveness of it is wonderful. I actually have like a short paragraph I want to read from it because I thought it was just very visceral, very tangible. It gives you a taste of the writing, and the writing is absolutely fantastic. It's just one of those ones you're like, the experience of the words is the beauty of this book. And then the whole story and what it's about too. So maybe I should tell you what exactly it's about. So this book is about this mother, and the white hot is anger. She lives in a multi-generational home with her mom and then her grandmother and then her daughter. At one point, temperatures rise and she takes off and she leaves. And then she sends a letter to her daughter explaining why she left 8 years later. I mean, what excuses could there possibly be, right? But there's so much that's encapsulated in this, and it's just a heartbreaking and beautiful story. So let me give you a taste of the writing now that I've circled away and then we've come back. So, a lunatic symphony awoke me. The sky was still dark. Whistle tones and basso notes shrieked near and far, encasing me in profound depth of field. I had no clue what creatures could scream with such anarchy. Frogs, bugs, coyotes, squirrels. The night's inky color had lightened a notch, and the darkness now shimmered eerily, like silver whose tarnish slowly gives way to shine. At some point, while I slept, my rock had betrayed me. Released me from its warm embrace, gone icy. Its cold slashed and cut, my muscles throbbed, my jaw ached. How many hours had I been shivering, clenching? Twilight. This was no anodyne hour, no Hallmark card. Day and night duked it out at this fulcrum. The forest machinery roared back to life. It was as if the pregnant wilderness had to push hard, howling and feverish, to deliver the day. So that's the writing, and it's like that all throughout the book. As I said, the gist of the story is it's about a mother who leaves her daughter and what happens. So she had wound up getting pregnant really early, never finished high school. When she was younger, she was a very angry child, angry at everything. You know, she'd get into fights at school, but she was also super smart and was always told, you know, she had potential. She was going to go to school. She was going to go to college, but then winds up getting pregnant, and that doesn't happen. She still has all this anger, and it seems like it builds and it builds. She lives, as I said, in a multi-generational home, and her daughter, as her daughter's getting older, super smart, super brilliant, also has anger issues and is very angry and fights with her mom and, you know, talks back to her elders and just has different issues and such. And it's just like a sequence of events that leads to the mother finally being like, I can't take this. She hears a voice in her head that's like, just go, just leave. So one day she goes, and she hadn't planned to just stay gone, but what ends up happening is obviously she does. And where this path in her life leads her and what happens along the way. At first, she takes money from the purse of, I believe it was her mom's purse, either that or it was her grandma's. She gets a bus ticket, goes as far as she can. When she gets to the station, she sees some people and they're going to like a national park. It's Ohio Pile Park. And so she catches a ride with them and goes there. And, you know, she's wearing like flip-flops and not the best attire to go hiking and whatnot. So they, the people she hitches a ride with are like, well, here's some easier trails and stuff you can go to. And there's this one rock where you can go and like overlook all this beautiful area of the park and whatnot. So she walks and she gets to this rock. She ends up staying in this place. She finds a little cave in the area too. She ends up staying there for several days just to kind of, I don't know, to get away, to escape and what have you. At some point, this man starts coming there and he comes and he like meditates every day. He puts a candle out on the rock and basically meditates till the candle burns down. And then they start talking and he starts bringing her food. And this man, he's grieving for his family. His wife and his child had passed away. He, in a way, kind of, I guess, is on her path to wherever she may roam, or to salvation or damnation or what have you, depending on what you think about her as she leaves her child. And just there's so many different shades of gray to this. And I think it's like 160 plus pages. It's not super long. Very beautifully written, very powerful, very just sad and tormented and turmoil. And the way that the main character experiences music is such a visceral and like vivacious and vibrant feeling. And it's so many things. I love when I find random books like this at the library that it's not something I would normally pick up. And it was just a very intense and beautifully written book. And if any of that sounds good to you, I would definitely recommend it. And if you enjoyed hanging out today, hit that subscribe button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.